My first time at a science museum. Hello, amazing English learners. It's Sophia from the English with Sophia YouTube channel. Dear friends, your support means the world to us. Share, engage, and subscribe to the channel. Your encouragement fills us with joy. Today, I'm super excited to share with you my experience of visiting a science museum for the first time. Science museums are wonderful places where learning is fun and interactive. Are you ready to explore with me? Let's go. What is a science museum? Before we start our journey, let's understand what a science museum is. It's a special place that teaches about science and technology. It has many interesting exhibits, things to see and do. You can touch and play with many of the exhibits. It's a place where learning is fun. Planning the visit. My visit to the Science Museum started with some planning. 1. I looked up the museum's website to check the opening hours, the ticket prices, special exhibits. 2. I invited my friend Ahmed to come with me. 3. We chose a day when the museum wasn't too busy. 4. We packed a small bag with water bottles, healthy snacks, a notebook and pen to write down interesting things. Thus, arriving at the museum. When we got to the museum, I was amazed. The building was huge and looked very modern. Here's what we did. 1. We went to the ticket counter. 2. We bought our tickets. 3. The friendly staff gave us a map of the museum. 4. We decided to start with the Earth and Space exhibit. Earth and Space exhibit. This was my favorite part of the museum. Here's what we saw and learned. 1. A big model of the Earth. We could see how the Earth spins. We learned about day and night. 2. A space corner. There were real rocks from the moon. We saw models of different planets. I learned that Mars is called the red planet. 3. A weather station. We learned how scientists predict the weather. There was a machine that made a small tornado. Human body exhibit. Next, we visited the human body exhibit. It was fascinating. We learned 1. How our heart works. There was a giant model of a heart. We could hear the sound of a heartbeat. 2. About our bones. We saw a full skeleton. I learned that the smallest bone in our body is in our ear. 3. How our brain works. There were puzzles to test our memory. We played a game about reaction time. Technology and inventions. This area was full of cool gadgets and machines. 1. We saw how computers work. There was a giant model of a computer chip. We learned about binary code, the language computers use. 2. We played with robots. We could program a small robot to move. I made the robot dance. 3. We learned about famous inventions. We saw a model of the first telephone. There was a real old-fashioned camera. Derriere, hands-on science lab. This was the most fun part. We got to do real science experiments. 1. We made slime. We mixed different chemicals. The slime was stretchy and fun to play with. 2. We learned about density. We put different liquids in a jar. They formed colorful layers. 3. We made a simple circuit. We connected wires and a battery. We made a small light bulb shine. Eco-friendly energy exhibit. This exhibit taught us about clean energy. 1. We saw how solar panels work. There was a small house powered by the sun. We learned that solar energy is good for the environment. 2. We generated wind power. There was a big fan we could turn. It produced enough electricity to run a small TV. 3. We learned about saving energy. There were tips on how to use less electricity at home. I learned that turning off lights when leaving a room helps save energy. Duckers Soccer the Museum Shop. Before leaving, we visited the museum shop. 1. There were many cool science toys and books. 2. I bought a small kit to grow crystals at home. 3. Ahmed got a book about space. Reflection on the visit. As we left the museum, I felt so excited about all the things we learned. 1. Science is everywhere in our daily lives. 2. Learning can be really fun when you can touch and experiment. 3. There's so much more to learn about our world. I can't wait to go back and explore more. Maybe next time, I'll join one of their science workshops. Tips for visiting a science museum. If you're planning to visit a science museum, here are some tips. 1. Wear comfortable shoes. There's a lot of walking. 2. Don't be shy to ask questions. The staff is there to help. 3. Take your time. Don't rush through the exhibits. 4. Try all the hands-on activities. That's the best way to learn. 5. If you don't understand something, it's okay to ask for an explanation. Science in our daily lives. After visiting the museum, I started noticing science everywhere. 1. In the kitchen, baking a cake is like a chemistry experiment. Boiling water is an example of a change of state. 2. In the park. The swing set shows principles of physics. The growth of plants is biology in action. 3. At home. Electricity powers our lights and devices. The refrigerator uses principles of thermodynamics to keep food cold. Learning English through science. Visiting a science museum is also a great way to practice English. 1. You learn new vocabulary related to science. 2. You can read explanations in English. 3. You can ask questions and listen to answers in English. 4. Many science words are similar in different languages, which can help you remember them. Dessierker. Conclusion. My first visit to a science museum was amazing. It opened my eyes to how exciting and fun science can be. I learned so much, and it made me curious to learn even more. Remember, science is all about asking questions and finding answers. So never stop being curious about the world around you. I hope this story has inspired you to visit a science museum if you get the chance. It's a wonderful way to learn both science and English. Keep learning and exploring, my dear English students. Naberser. Important vocabulary for A1 learners. Here are some key words from this lesson that are great for A1 English learners. 1. Museum, noun. A building where important things are kept and shown to the public. 2. Science, noun. the study of the world and how it works. 3. Exhibit, noun, something interesting shown in a museum. 4. Learn, verb, to get knowledge about something. 5. Touch, verb, to put your hand on something. 6. Experiment, noun, verb, a test done to learn something or try a new idea. 7. Planet, noun, a large round object in space that moves around a star. 8. Heart, noun, the organ in your body that pumps blood. 9. Brain, noun, the organ in your head that helps you think. 10. Robot, noun, a machine that can move and do tasks. 11. Energy, noun, the power to make things work. 12. Solar, adjective, related to or coming from the sun. 13. Electricity, noun, a type of energy that powers lights and machines. 14. Environment, noun, the world around us, including nature. 15. Curious, adjective, wanting to learn or know more. Remember to practice these words and try using them when you talk about science or museums. Good luck with your English learning journey. Until next time, this is Sophia from English with Sophia, saying goodbye and stay curious.